Okay, welcome to Mori episode 37 with Koma.
Hello, guys.
Well, this time around we'll be talking about Japan because I just got back from that. That was some trip. Got a
Hmm.
lot of stuff to show and also a lot of stuff to talk about. Well, not special stuff, not like anybody else has already done there. No crazy stories or anything. Well, maybe a bit, but for me, but nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 12
How long
hours.
did you stay there?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Been 2 weeks altogether.
Nice. And
Mm.
you went like not just Tokyo, but also other places.
Yeah,
Which
Kyoto.
one?
Uh,
Osaka?
no, just Kyoto 2 times, and then Guru. What's the place called? Why do I forget stuff? What's the other place called?
Take your time.
Yeah, yeah, we got all the time now, but Kamakura, yeah, of
Hmm.
course, Kamakura.
Ah,
Yeah,
Kamakura.
yeah, Kamakura. It's like south of Tokyo. It's like by the
In the
sea.
Tokyo area, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 basically, it was really nice and also really hot. Like the first week of my trip was really hot. It was like all day, every day, 30 degrees, above 30 degrees, or sometimes 35. Sometimes it's a bit much to be walking around all day, but still worth it. Like second week, it was a lot cooler, like sometimes 25, but also sometimes 30. But it just went, came and went. Sometimes rain, well, a bit, maybe for a day, and then nothing.
Hmm.
But overall, I had a pretty good trip. Like I felt like cattle the first flight I took, like my 12-hour flight. Oh Christ, I was by the window, had barely any room, and, yeah, and then two other guys next to me, so it was fun.
You went by yourself without
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah, 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 I went by myself. Yeah, I went
A
solo.
solo trip.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like my last trips were also solo to France, Italy, etc., etc. So I used to it, and I also had nobody else to bring with me. So yeah, and it was
It's
used to it.
better than not going at all.
No, no, obviously not. Like I wanted to go anyway, but I'm like, it's a big trip. It's not like a weekend holiday or something like that. You need to plan for this kind of stuff, and just just go on a wimp or something like that. It's not.
I'm sure. Mhm.
But yeah,
And
yeah, no.
you saw many places there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like you went shopping around at
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Akihabara,
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mandarake, these kind of places.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I went. This is better.
Hmm.
I went. Well, the first day, well, the very first day that I went there, like 12 hours in a plane, barely in a room. Was streaming. Well, was watching movies and anime on my Steam Deck, which is pretty handy. Also had a thing on the plane, a screen, right before me, the but I didn't have any ears with me with a cable, so I had to do the flight ones, and those were shit. And with all the noise, was also pretty shit. So yeah, it was not that comfortable to watch anything. But I still had my Bluetooth set, my Steam Deck, so I could do that. But I had zero sleep. It was like impossible to sleep. It was too noisy. It was too. I just sat there. It's like being cattle, basically. It's just being like a thousand sheep in one truck or something like that. It felt like that. Like Christ, that was not fun, but I was happy when I first saw land, the Japanese soil. That was fun. And here we have Qbhall. That's good.
All right. Hello, Qbhall.
Hello. Are you hearing me?
We
See,
do.
see, see, see. I was talking
Right.
about my Japan trip.
Okay. Well, is it live right now?
Yeah, no, no,
Mm,
this is just a recording because Streamy didn't want to work. There's some kind of error, so I have to fix that for
yeah, we
next
are
time.
Ah,
experimenting with OBS, Open Broadcast software, for the first time.
okay.
I mean, it could be worth it using it from now on, since using Crisp on Discord gives us clearer audio, especially, I mean,
Ah,
if any noise that we could make or um, the microphone, if it doesn't perform well, we have a better audio overall, all of us, and it's worth
right.
checking out.
And well, my phone, which doesn't have the best battery, it could actually be used this with the screen off. With the other one, the screen had to be on at all times.
Mhm.
For it to work.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. Oh well. We went full screen
Yeah.
now, so that's better. But yeah, in Japan, flight was basically like being moved like cattle, but didn't speak a word with the guy next to me that sat with me for like 12 hours, which is kind of weird, especially if you're like sitting next to a guy for that long, but hey. Well, when I
You,
first came
you,
in, got off, got a taxi, because God, I'm not gonna spend an hour with all my packs to the hotel because that takes a goddamn hour. That's way too long. Went there and then basically fell asleep because I was way too hot and way too tired to do anything basically. I came in 9 o'clock in the morning in Japan because my flight was delayed for like an hour. So it's a bit better for me because I could get into my hotel at 4, but nobody was before me was in the hotel, so they cleaned it early, so I could just come in at 12. So that was really nice. So went in, set down my things, and got to sleep for a few hours. Called my parents, like, everything is alright, etc., etc. And then went to eat in some restaurant, some hotel. It was like the launch of an hotel was almost nobody. The food was meh, but it's like the first night, so you have to figure out stuff still. So yeah, that was my first night there. It was like the whole thing basically.
Interesting.
Mhm,
and
mhm,
and
mhm.
then the next day, what did you do?
Next day I went more went shopping. With a
Mm,
bit of a food supply, drink supply. I went to what did I do? Oh yeah. I went to the big area with all where all the secondhand books are basically.
Jimbo
Uh,
Cho, Kanda
yeah,
Jimbo
yeah,
Cho.
Kimbo Cho. Yeah, that's where I went to. Yeah, Kimbo Cho. Yeah, that's where I went. And Jumbo Cho. Yeah, that's where I went to. And that's where I spent my whole day there, basically, just cruising around, trying to buy stuff. Didn't find that many stuff there around, really. Just a bit of knickknacks. Found one magazine that I had, that I actually have, that I thought had some need in it, but it didn't. So I was disappointed by that. But it's kind of funny to see it there. So been looking there around, found some
I
nice.
mean,
Hmm?
you have probably missed many things that you may have wanted to buy there. The
Oh
place was
yeah, I mean, not that
huge.
maybe not
Yeah,
maybe
but
not that much.
for like timing, it was impossible, I guess, for you to look everywhere inside
Oh
every
yeah, yeah,
store.
okay. There's so much stuff. It's like I'm just, I was like on the main street. It was already enough to fill your whole day with. And to eat,
You
obviously,
need
but
a month at least to go there and
yeah,
check
yeah, yeah,
everything every
yeah,
single day. And maybe
yeah.
even that is not enough.
No, 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 no. And then you need to bring everything back, etc., etc., etc. You need to drag it all back. No, no, I really had to be careful what I was buying. Obviously, I couldn't buy any manga because I can't read it. Plus, if it's not special enough, then I'm just not having anything with it. So it was mostly just art books, concept books, and other special books, maybe a figure, some other merchandise, stuff that that would fit the bill like that, or it needs to be really special, like guides for a manga series or anime guides or whatnot, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It was a really nice area. You had like these book cafes, basically, just selling books and have a cafe, so that was pretty nice. Had some ice cream, had some food, really nice. Even saw some Dutch people walking past. So that was kind of weird, but hey, I mean it was also off season, so didn't really see that many tourists for me. Obviously, there's some probably Koreans and Chinese, but I wouldn't know the difference except if they speak. But beyond that, no clue. So yeah, that was my whole day. That was also the first day I got my train cards, or like yeah, for the public trains. Got my card for that, for the metros, etc., etc., etc. My green card, and yeah, that's really nice. It just works like we have in the Netherlands. You just can just check in everywhere you want, and you can even buy at certain stores, which I used for a couple of times because cash is a bit of a hassle if you have to go through everything that is in your pouch or whatnot. And
I
my name,
guess.
yeah, my name is too big for the car too, so that was kind of annoying. But hey, well, that was my first day. I went after eating there too. What did I do? Third day. Third day, I went to countryside. Could be. Yeah, or maybe Acabra. Yeah, maybe Acabra. Maybe it was Acabra. Yeah. Yeah, I went to Akihabara. Just the craziness that is that. Just everything was all over the place. Just you know, people hustling about, stores everywhere, anime everywhere, billboards with giant anime tits, etc. The weirdest stuff you would never expect anywhere else. But yeah, that's the experience for every dumb tourist, obviously. So that's nothing special. But hey, for me, it's like a place that you've seen for years on TV and whatnot. So that was pretty weird. But I bought some nice stuff in there on Mandarake. It's like a huge section of manga, art book, concept art books, movie art books, everything. Even at in other shops, at sections for telephone cards, like with enemy teams, characters, whatnot. Was looking for that too, for like blame stuff. Obviously, I found nothing, but worth a
Those
shot.
are rare and expensive now, I think.
Well, no, not expensive. I found them really cheap. They're just not that common now. Like there's even a Deadheads one
I
for a
mean,
telephone
the
card.
ones for Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko are, I mean, not inaccessible, but certainly not cheap.
Ah,
Apart from
ah.
the fact that you cannot find every single one of those, I don't know how available they are now. I haven't checked in quite some time.
Mm.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Collecting telephone cards, something from the past.
Yeah, yeah, it's an it's an odd job, especially if it's like from series that are not series at all, like Deadheads. Like there's just one chapter, but they still made a telephone card for it. So it's like it's weird because it's just one chapter. Why would you make one chapter? But I guess it's like, oh, it's new series. Let's make this, and that's the only merch it's ever gotten. So I don't know. It's a bit of weird merch thing, but I never found that obviously. Saw the line a couple of years ago but never bought it. But hey. That was nice. But oh well. I found plenty of stuff in Akihabara movie art books, like the movie art book for Kaina, for instance, or the movie Star Age, which also has an interview with it, and that I also scanned in now. I still have to fix up the pages, and then it can get online. I obviously just did the important stuff and not just dumb everything, because not everything is that important or that interesting at all. So yeah, did that,
Mm-hmm.
and then a bunch of R books and other stuff. Well, I can also show some pics real quick. Uh,
Show everything to us.
see. Let me see.
Mm.
All the way to the top. Well, yeah, no, it's not in the right order basically, but well, oh, wait, can basically do. Um,
On another note, do you feel better now?
yeah. After I got back, I got pretty sick, jet lag, but jet lag with every single symptom you can think of, times 10. Sick. I was sick as a dog for a while. I couldn't move, I couldn't sleep, I had fever, I had everything. My intestines were fucked. Like basically everything that I had was fucked. In a nutshell, it was not fun.
You got
Totally not fun.
multiple viruses, probably.
Yeah. Lots of pain, lots of not good stuff, basically. But yeah, collections. But yeah, it's now better now. But yeah, collections. Like I found even special Eminon merch, like that stuff like this, like
Mm.
a stand for it, and also other stuff. This is basically what I got. It's the shirt. I got the shirt, and then I got the stand thing. It's like I don't know. It's really pretty nice. I don't know why they had a special merch for it at that point, but I don't know. Maybe because new volume came out for series, or maybe Captain Momo or something like that. Maybe for that. Don't know really, but I don't know. The shirt is pretty nice to have. It's literally just a cat running around here. Like I don't know. It's pretty nice stuff. Like I was really happy to found that. And then I found obviously the movie art book. Mad God found also the movie art book for that. This is Space Dandy. I found that at Nakano Broadway. That was like maybe a week later or something like that. But yeah, Mad Gods. Then I found maybe the second time also from QSIDA a shirt that she did for a wrestler, a Japanese wrestler, which I
Mm-hmm.
seen online before, but I forgot where that was even a thing. And like I just saw it lying there at the Mandaraka, like at the bottom, just in open view. I'm like, yep, I have to have that. Like it's like they didn't say it was by QSI, but I knew it was, but because the style, it just had to be, and it is. So yeah, that was pretty damn nice to have. And yeah, Inuo movie art book, which is also pretty nice stuff by Masaki Yuasa. Cannabis Works also found that. The first book didn't have that yet. And I also have the second one, but it was a bit more expensive and had a dust cover. But hey, you take what you get.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
A movie art book, a bigger one, also pretty damn nice. Akai Kiba, I found also volumes of that. Oh no, that was in Nakano Broadway. Yeah, it's all over the place really with that stuff. Yeah, Cyberia layer number 3 is like a vinyl. Also found it there. That was also pretty nice. We're talking illustrations, slam dunk stuff, noise, mushishi, official book, so the guide basically for it was really cheap, like 300 yen or something like that. It's like not even a line that expensive, but hey, I didn't have it yet, so fuck it, why not have it? And then
Mm.
best elf basically, Marcel. I got a lot of Marcel stuff actually. Like I also went to Kyoto and they had this big expo of his works, also of his other works, and the Tower Dungeon obviously, which I was also really happy about to have finally. Just and I bought a ton of merch like postcards, stickers, the whole lot basically. Just a lot of nice stuff for that. Pins, like a shitload of stuff basically. And yeah, this figure got actually second hand for like 2,000 yen or something unopened, so that was pretty nice. And it was exactly what I was looking for, just a Marcel figure. So you know that was pretty nice to have. And
Mhm.
then for the rest, even a bottle opener, and then other cute stuff, more Marcel. You could tell I'm a bit of a fan of her. Like, why would that be? But that's kind of the nice stuff that I got there. And then, oh yeah, the pictures, where are they? Cool stuff, and then threads is, yeah, here are all the pics of that thing. Just all kinds of nice stuff. It's on the wall. There was like all the different drawings from other series. I don't know yet, and I actually knew a series before he made Tower Dungeon. What was it again? It was really a dragon. Yeah, it was a Chinese dragon on the cover. I actually knew a cover like that before, but I didn't know it was by the same author before, so that was pretty nice. And he can actually pretty
Uh,
draw pretty well, by the way. Like this, like
by the
even.
way,
Hmm.
Mm.
when you're talking about stuff, are we supposed to see it or is it only visible on
No,
OBS?
unless Mars shares
Okay,
his screen. You
I,
could do
I'm
that,
just
Mars, if you want, on
I'm just
Discord.
making sure. I'm just because I
Oh
wasn't.
yeah, yeah,
No, I
yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah. You just audio and yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. There's a
No,
recording,
I'm just
obviously.
making sure.
So
You
yeah,
can
you won't
share
see
your
it,
screen
obviously.
on Discord if you want to do it.
How does one do that?
I mean, you don't need to. I just
You,
making sure that I wasn't
on voice
looking
chat,
at the
you
wrong
have the button on the middle. Share your screen. You do that.
Mm,
You click on it, and it's straightforward afterwards.
yeah. Hopefully it's not too powerful with me and recording and doing that, but
I don't know. We will see. It shouldn't be.
it's probably
All
gonna look
right. Now
weird for the
we
video.
can see everything.
Stop streaming. Setting screens. Hmm. Change window.
Oh, yeah. Just
Well,
oh,
you
you are
get the picture.
showing us like a Discord server, not something else. All right.
Yeah, here's just all my pictures that I made for the collection, basically. It's just gonna look weird for the recording, obviously, with an even smaller screen. But you get the point. Well, basically, you could do pretty damn well, as you can see. Like these
Mhm.
are all the different covers that he made, and all the different alterations. Like here with our cat, just all the different versions that he made over time.
Nice.
All pretty nice. And yeah, and anime stuff, even for the ending theme, all the original drawings for that. So that was pretty nice. All the things that were drawn. It's also pretty nice. Like, I don't know, it's just nice to be there. It's just all the different stuff that, I mean, obviously following the whole anime, seeing all this stuff. Like, that's also pretty nice. And these are original drawings just for the thing. This is original drawing for cutouts, especially for this expo, so it's also pretty damn nice. And even a big dragon. Even just
Wow.
the head of the dragon, just I don't know, it's just pretty nice. Like it's not even a blow up thing. It's like a little letter and all that just all sewn together. Just, yeah, no, it's a pretty nice idea altogether. And then for the anime, yeah, this thing is what I mean. This is the cover that I've seen.
Oh, this manga is was published in Italian years
Mhm.
ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I knew about it. Alright, this the from the tram Shinkansen basically because it's like a 2 hour. That's like the fastest train basically, the high speed train. Like 2.5 hours to get there, but you know.
Nice.
Mhm. And yeah, I also went to the cafe, the manga cafe. The whole cafe was just full of drawings of different authors, like Urasawa, Mobius, Punchman, like Terra A had a really big drawing of that. No Nie, but like a lot of different authors were on the wall. Even even other French ones were on the wall. And they had also a special menu with all the stuff you could eat: the dragon, cockatrice, cockatoo, whale, etc., etc. And then you got these special uh, placemats for it, which I actually got, and then it's also kind of funny how to I got safely back home. Oh, yeah, and they had also these, their hands, the drawing hands in a mold, and then signed with a drawing with next to him. All kinds of authors, just whole cabinets full of these things. This is also pretty damn nice. And many of the dishes have been recreated in a mold in the mold. Is also pretty funny. Just see them in real life. Here's the dragon, and all the different stuff, and here the whole
Mm,
menu of like what
I'm sure
episode came
those
from.
picture, like you see those and are nice, of course, but seeing everything in person is another thing.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, I mean, obviously it was really filmed way nice. The whole experience with the music in the background, and there was even special soundtrack, now special voices for it.
Hmm.
Uh, Cutouts you could take a photo with, another episode that they tied up as frogs. Here, this is what I mean. It's like this for the expo special, and then the special audio for the thing. So yeah, that was really nice. It was really special to be with there. And he's a part of the dragon. It's like cold meat, but that was pretty nice to eat. It's like didn't take a picture of that, but oh, pretty nice stuff. The swords. It's like even I don't know. It's really nice. It's just with the living armor thing in it. Pretty nice. They even had English explanations for all this stuff with an English interview with the author, so that's pretty nice. Like an extra pamphlet with all the info in it. So that's just really nice. It's just even for something like this limited, you still get some English stuff. I didn't get it in France last time I was there. It was just like everything in France, and in French, and nothing else, nothing in English. So they could, it's an international festival. Then some English should be in order, but no. But here in Japan, yeah, English. So you know, it's just that extra thing to it. So that's pretty nice. So basically, this whole thing is then an interview, but then all in English. So it's just pretty nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other way, in Tokyo, I went to this.
Newsstands.
No, an expo, another expo in the Science Museum, National Science Museum by what's the guy's name again? Let me see real quick. Been to the guy's thing, but I don't even know his name. Kenshi Tanami. Yeah, that's his name. He's a bit of a pop art artist. He's kind of like what's the other pop up artist that's really popular or really well known? Warhol, yeah, Andy Warhol, bit like Andy Warhol. Well, he started out like with Andy Warhol, but then he really caught up with drawing, and then he drew all his own stuff. Basically, he really started out with these collages for different magazines. Even Playboy, Japanese Playboy, had this stuff on his magazines, and he
Wow.
made different animations. Like it's really detailed stuff too. It's like it's not low effort stuff. It's like really, even especially his later stuff is really highly detailed. If I can grab something that's really detailed, let me see. This stuff, for instance, is really something like trees, buildings, objects. These are really weird though. It's like lots of sexual innuendos.
Oh boy.
For some reasons, just really he went with all kinds of styles and teams and like really colorful stuff. He like apparently he was obsessed with animation all from a really early age because he's like in his 80s now. So he was just like born just before the war. So yeah. So yeah, you just want to have everything in color, everything like it's moving basically. You just want to make something you think of like, oh, it's moving in some direction, and yeah, you can tell. It's really weird, but yeah, he's a really weird artist, but pretty good, pretty good in my opinion. It was also the same day. It was also an experience for Clump, so every single work of theirs was also there, and it was packed like a really long row for it, like the whole museum through basically. It was really goddamn busy. All girls of like all 14-year-old girls just screaming the lungs out and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna join that stuff. And then this expo was like nice and quiet, so like, win-win for me. But I don't know. It's just like all over this place. This stuff. It's like just, you know. I guess he's pretty well known. I mean, I only knew him from like one animation he once did. It was like this is like a whole separate screen he made for it. You can just see with the collage stuff, just everything he made, like planes, people, objects, just everything in there. It's just really, it's pretty special. You could say it's something. It's pretty something like just to have his stuff. I think I'm not gonna show everything because not everything is like YouTube worthy. I think to be shown.
Definitely. Let's not take risks.
No, 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 no.
Mm.
And well, this was Kamakura. It was at it
Beautiful
was.
for the sea.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was endless sea. It's just nothing on the other side. And it was also there was almost nobody on the beach either. It was just me and a couple
You.
of others. But it was just, well, you know, it was a weekday, so that makes sense. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, like, and there were coasts, just cliffs at the other side. It was just really damn nice. I mean, it looks better in real life, obviously, but you can get the picture. Literally, it's like just really, really damn nice. Oh, it's not a manga. Video, it's just really, really damn nice. And also really goddamn hot. And but obviously I went just with my feet in the water because I didn't have my swim trousers with me because I didn't really plan on this. Plus, I'm not the best swimmer, so yeah. But I don't know. This was really nice. Left my mark, obviously.
Of course, you had to do it.
Yeah, not even my real name, just my internet name. It's totally normal. Also went to the temple, like with Buddha. That was really touristy. Had a lot of tourists. Still a nice area, but too many tourists for my taste. It was kind of weird. When I came in Kamakura, it was like really busy at the station and really busy in the bus to it. But when I came to it, nobody. It's like, where the fuck did it all go? Probably to the temples or something, but nobody wanted to go to
What
the.
about Kyoto? Kyoto, I know it has become a place where natives are pissed at tourists, and then the over tourism is
Uh,
gotten out of hand.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Well, I mostly went to the
Ushiminari.
the expo basically, like Tower Dungeon Expo, and another Comic Con or another. I also went to the museum itself, the manga museum itself, also orchestrated a con basically. So an anime con for like different studios that they had, so like Studio Mappa, Trigger, etc., 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 where had their own booths and their own stuff. So it was nice to see basically just all the different stuff, different characters, different stands. Even the deer anime was there, just at their own stand with like people with like horns on their head and antlers on their head and that kind of stuff. Is weird to see.
Hmm.
Lots of characters, cutouts, ReZero stuff, cat stuff. And it's dingus again. Uh,
Are you already planning to coming back to Japan one day?
Oh yeah, yeah. I want some more. Yeah. I've been sold. Even with like the sickness, even with the plane ticket and the plane, etc. Like no, it's still worth it to come there. Like I wouldn't go through all the torture just to not come back if
If
it wasn't
only
worth
Japan
it.
was closer to us.
Yeah,
And
yeah. But I guess it makes it a bit more special. You just go to all the trouble for this, so that makes it all the more special to come there than just
indeed,
be next door. It would be easier, obviously, but you know, I mean, it would still be worth it. But you get my point. It's just
of course.
take off,
Qbhall,
baby.
are you with us?
You're alive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you
I just
watching
making sure
the
that.
pictures and everything else?
Oh yeah, but on the phone, so they're not too big, but so I will have to rewatch it on the stream when
All
it's
Yeah,
uploaded.
right.
yeah. It was outside. It was like basically in a valley was the whole thing. Just basically mountains. Also went the second time I went there. Went up the mountain. That was later on in Kyoto. I never really went to like the really busy places. Just my own plan, basically, just to have it a bit better. In a nutshell. Where was it again? That's the plane. Where is it? Tower. Oh, like it's at the top. Yeah, here it's at the top. Yeah. So this is basically the second day in Kyoto. That was then also went to the expo again, but I went up a hill this time. Just I went the whole climb through the forest. It was like halfway up it, even higher. Like it was just
Mm-hmm.
really nice side path I just went on to. It's just like it's real idyllic, really mushy like, you could say. Away from all the busy stuff. And it was the top. You could see the whole city basically. It was really nice to. It was even at sundown too, so it was all like pretty nice. But I had to got off the mountain because if it's too dark, then I couldn't see myself, and then you have a lot of lost, loose rocks and whatnot. Monkeys even. Yeah, there was families of monkeys on the mountain. I got saw warning about it, but never saw a monkey, luckily, because they can bite and whatnot, so yeah. Snakes, obviously, and all that kind of fun stuff, but never saw any of it, so,
Even bears, I know there are.
oh, bears, oh yeah, you didn't even think about bears, so, yeah. But, yeah, it's just really nice to be up there, just the whole climb. It's like a pretty big climb, too, like for me. Oh, anyway, for like somebody that doesn't climb mountains here, obviously, but
Japan is special for photography. If professional photographer are always there to take shots
mm-hmm.
to all the
Yeah.
places where you can take pictures at. And I myself, I would like to go there specifically for taking pictures with
Mm.
my mirrorless camera.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I got some pretty nice stuff myself, like this picture, for instance, when I came down. It's like really nice. There's it's at the mount, it was at the top, just the last light, like about. Yeah, and let me see. Yeah, it was later on. It was above my head. Also, came out pretty damn nice. So yeah, I was pleased with myself that day. It's like really, really nice weather too. And it was also the same day when I came back down to the mountain. Need to look for a restaurant. Came down by a brewery, and they also served sake. And I went, well, I went really. I had a lot of sake basically. A lot of faces went past me, like 3 or 4 or something like that. So I kept drinking a bit. So I was pretty drunk at the end of it. Also ate some, and I got just in time running for the last Shinkansen. It was like at midnight or something like that. So I also would be stuck in Kyoto, so that wouldn't be a good thing. But yeah, uh, it was still worth it to do that. It was like you just you only won once in Japan, so like we're like not that many times, so why not? Why not do that?
Why not, indeed?
E-
You have to take the most of the opportunities that you
mm,
have.
mm.
What about food? I mean, you showed something before, but you tried
Uh,
many things while you were there.
yeah. I mean, the majority was not that healthy because the majority of the
Of
restaurants are
course,
not healthy at all.
combini pre-made food lunch boxes, stuff like that.
Yeah. Only the homemade stuff is basically why the Japanese are healthy. It's not thanks to the convenience or thanks to the supermarkets, or thanks to the restaurants and whatnot, or vending machines, etc. Like basically, just all the convenies had just junk food. It's just like bread you could forget. That was just 8 slices in a packet, but it's not a bread country. It's a rice country, so that makes a lot of sense. But even rice stuff, there was just nothing healthy at all. So it's just like it's just picking picking your poison basically. So just every day, it's like in the morning, I had basically just a pack of like 8 slices of bread, and then just ate 2 or 3 or something. I brought some really small jam pots with packet of ham, and just ate that each morning because didn't have anything else, and I couldn't really prepare anything big or whatnot, so just ate that. I was happy with that. And like each evening, I just ate at a restaurant majority of the time. Sometimes yakitori in a bowl with rice and other stuff in it, and other times just a whole set menu with soups and comes with rice and other vegetables. Sometimes really nice beer. Like is one evening in Shinjuku, I had like a downstairs restaurant where they made home-made beer and food and whatnot. It was like late night, had nothing else, so I went there. It was really nice. A homemade beer with like citron in it, like citron, the shell of a citrus basically. In it. It was really nice. It's just like really flavorful, which is really nice. Also had a cinnamon one after that, but you couldn't let that stand too much because that was just taste of cinnamon all the way through and just getting in your throat, but still pretty nice. Just had a lot of that. Lots of fried food too. Lots of different stuff.
Of
And
course, they love making fried chicken, fried
mmm,
fish, no,
octopus.
or crab,
Yeah,
crab.
yeah. A lot of different food, even pizza. But that was like at Manga Cafe basically. I ate there. Also went to the Nie Cafe basically, which is wait, maybe you can show some Google Maps somewhere. Yeah, how will I do this? Copy, move, and paste, and then okay. And then I need to get in there. How does one do that? Uh,
Qbhall, do you have something to tell us?
No, not just since it's daylight here. How often is we multitasking?
All right, you have your PC out of or not?
Uh, oh no, I'm on the phone
oh, interesting.
actually.
Now you are, but you don't always use the phone for the live streams. Just
Oh
today.
well, um, Discord has a limitation where you can't be on a voice chat here and look at the stream on another device. Um, it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know if you know what I mean. So like if I'm on the stream here talking to you guys, I can't look at the stream on the computer. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, if I answer on your computer, even if it's just to look at the video, this call will drop. I don't know if you ever tried it, but yeah, it's kind of a weird limitation. The only way around it would be to you would have to make another user and sign in as that on the PC. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing.
But forgive me if I'm not following, but is there a reason for you using your phone instead of your PC for this call? Or
Well, the phone is just
the
it's a little more
microphone?
mobile. Or
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Well, the phone is a little more mobile than the computer. It's a desktop I have.
I see.
Yeah, I do have a laptop though, but there's so much noise outside that like I show you here when I'm outside with it. There's cars passing all the time. But yeah, I'll have to. I didn't know it was normally like when we're using the other program, I could look at the stream on
String
YouTube.
yours.
I see. So uh, we will discuss next time if we are going to go back to StreamYards or
Well,
keep using this, because if it's going to be a problem for you to follow the live stream and the call, it's going to be a problem.
yeah. The only way around it would be like well, like I said, I didn't know you was doing it today on this device because normally like I able to have the video and everything.
Mhm.
I have the video on the TV with the desktop and I also have it on the tablet that I can walk around with. The only other thing would be I never tried to make a call from the tablet. Like when I now started streaming with that was years ago with Insane, and when we did the stream on Discord, um did we do it from this? No, we did it from. I think we did it
StreamYard.
from StreamYard. Yeah, but different devices. Sometimes the sound quality will be real bad. So like I didn't want to go back to know that was sounding bad. Like how is this quality right now? Is it much better than
Yeah, much
um
clearer.
yeah? So I don't want to go back to some of the other devices. Like once I had tried it from a desktop, and I think that was really bad. But I mean there were a lot of factors, so I'm not sure which one was the one that actually contributed to it. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean I'm seeing the only thing is just that the window is small here on the because he's um like I'm looking at a Discord window with small pictures on the phone. So it's like doubly small. The only thing is if he now I know OBS could stream live to YouTube directly. At least I think so. While also recording. Is that something they could do?
Mm. I mean, having the instead of the recording a live stream, the way we are doing,
Well, this
if
isn't live right now, right? It's being recorded.
it's being recorded because Mars is having an error of some sort, but
Yeah.
theoretically, it should be possible to live stream like we are doing right now on YouTube, and that way you will be able to see the live stream, correct? Even if you are speaking to us on Discord,
Yeah.
correct?
So like that way I could actually able
All
to
right,
look at it
then
on
next
the
time we will probably be able to do everything properly.
No, but I still see it, and I didn't have too much to interject at the time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that well right now is the streams are here is 2 p.m. in Trinidad, so like I still have like a lot of stuff that I need to do around around place. So like I usually just be multitasking.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
Yes. What time is it there for you guys?
Mm,
9:10
9, 10 in
Yeah.
the afternoon,
evening.
So like
evening for evening, yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
PM.
So
anyway.
here is usually sometimes it's like 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. I think sometimes it's 1 p.m. here based on the daylight savings, and then sometimes it's 3.
Hmm.
The
Oh
start
well.
time. Yeah.
Anyway, here's the Nie Cafe that I went to a bunch of times because the owner has a lot of Nie stuff with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like all like Biomecha, Abra, Blame, etc. It's like a big Nie fan, you could say. Like his favorite is Knights of Sidonia because it's a bit easier than Blame because most fans were complaining that Blame was a bit too difficult, etc. etc. So I've been coming here in the evenings a bunch of times to his cafe basically, just talking, meeting Nie fans even, other stuff that you know we've been talking about. It was pretty nice to have. Just Japanese fans, just fans of the same things. Even bought him. He said that he didn't have the movie art book, and Knocking on Broadway, which is this is in Shin Okubo. It's like really close by Shinjuku.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they had to move your
Oh,
book for Blame, so I bought that, and also bought Ido for him. So yeah, they're lying right there now in his cafe. So that's pretty nice to be doing that. You know.
did you actually run out of space, by the way? Like, that was one of the things I was wondering. If you would have things that you would have want to buy, but you realize you just run out of space. And did you I don't know if you remember the technique I was talking about. Like somebody, like there was a guy. Well, cartoonist kayfabe. He went with like the cheapest clothes and emptied out his all his clothes so he only went back with like one pair of clothes. And he
Yeah,
just
yeah. Just one set of clothes and wash them over and over and over and over.
oh
No,
no,
I
he
just
he just left the clothes. He just left the clothes in his hotel room, the extra
oh.
clothes. So he just went back with one. Yeah. So he got some. I think he said he got just some, you know, dollar pound clothes that
And
he
just
just
left them there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's also an option. I don't think the hotel would be like that kind. It would be find that funny, obviously, with just all the junk that hold out of that. But yeah, no, I didn't went with that. We just went with my own clothes. That time.
Yes.
Also
I
went with
mean, it's kind of weird. The only thing I was thinking was well, he could have probably dropped it off at whatever equivalent of a Goodwill or anything like that, or a shelter or something.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. That's. But yeah, was there anything you didn't have space for, or the money for? Another concern.
Well, I left a few things on the sides there, yeah, just some big books or like stuff I didn't really care about, like, it's kind of interesting, but I won't really be getting it, like an Arya art book that was like for the anime and that kind of stuff, just extra stuff that I don't really need or stuff, and also
Yeah.
stuff that I already had, so didn't really need that. I mean, it was also volume 8 of Akai Kiba, but just took volume 7 and that's it for that kind of stuff. Went with
When
basically.
you left it, you mean you saw it but you didn't take it,
Yeah.
or you? Oh, okay, okay. I was wondering if you just leave stuff in the hotel room anyway. Like yeah, just
No, no, no. I wouldn't leave stuff in there that I bought in the room. No, thanks. It would be a bit of a expensive joke. Just buy stuff and just leave it. No, thanks. But no, yeah. So I went a bunch of times to this cafe, and was impressing people with my NIE collection and like my big figure. They were all impressed with my Blame Figurama figure of Kitty, like the soul figure, that big thing. They were really impressed with that, like that I have that because nobody else had it. And almost everybody that went in there ordered the Abra figures, both Abra figures, though, and they were all
Wow.
hoping in October for it to have like every Japanese guy that went in there, like, hey, did you buy the Abra figures? Hell yeah, I did, obviously. So that was kind of funny. And yeah, also impressed the salaryman with my anime knowledge, like all the old anime that I watch. Like, how can a foreigner all know all this shit? They watch that shit over there? What the fuck? I'm like, yes, I like to dig around and watch my old shit, basically. He also knew of like side stories or like inspired stories like Izumi no Hate. He had 3 volumes of that, so that was pretty nice. And he had other inspired stuff. He also stand there, even the novel. He said it was a good read, like the Blame novel you see in this small picture. He even had that. So that was a good read, so that was funny. And we talked about animations, and I should let him show my blame list of all the sites I had, and the interviews. I was really impressed with it, with all the stuff I collected over the years, because if I had one time to show everything, then that would be the right time to do that. So yeah, send them the list on Twitter. Even some Japanese are following my Twitter now, so that's kind of nice. Fans of that, and I couldn't really get like a big convos with the other clients, but it was still nice to talk to them, obviously, from time to time. Even some foreigners came in there. It was like a mix of like locals and foreigners, so that was pretty nice. Had a Dutch guy in another cafe in Lost, cafe of Chris Broad. I went also to that. It was really packed, so I went there for like an hour. I met another Dutch guy, talked to him for a bit, and then showed him to this cafe. And then we talked there more, drank a bit more, and had a fun time with that. So like, yeah, that was a pretty good time all around. And just just talking with people and a lot of stuff and different anime. Even at the Blame art book, Blame and so on. He even had that and the Sibo figure. He told me he bought the Sibo figure for like $200. I'm like, oh Christ. He said so much already then no, so that's kind of sad, but also kind of like you want to have it. Also, I saw it for like 45 a couple of years ago at a here in a Dutch con, so that's the thing. But hey, it was nice anyway to be talking about that basically.
Yeah.
Was there any damage to the stuff when it was going back? Did you have
No, 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 no.
was
I when I went from here to there, when I went with everything. No, I packed bubble wrap with me, like lots of bubble wrap in a smaller case, an extra case that I had with me, and with tape just to pack everything up and to be sure that everything would be great, would be in a good state, and everything was in a good state when I came back. Even my seashells that I found, like big oyster shells that I found on the beach, they came even back in one piece, and that was really nice. I packed those really well. So no, I packed everything in bubble wrap and whatnot, so that came
I mean,
out
you,
handy.
you really thought ahead. That is actually like a good idea, probably. That the pack bubble wrap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Didn't think
Anybody
about it with
listening now,
my. Hmm.
No, no. I say, anybody listening that planning a trip where they carrying back like a lot of crap afterwards, that's fragile.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I learned it the hard way with my first trip. I didn't have any of that stuff with me back then. So I was like, yeah, how am I gonna do that? Yeah, just between my clothes and just hope and praise and that kind of stuff. Some stuff got damaged, like corners of books, but it came around back in one piece. And then with Italy, I also didn't pack bubble wrap with me. But like the last day, I went all around town just asking any store for bubble wrap, manga stores. That one big manga store in Modena that I was in that had bubble wrap for me, and just paper tissues, shitload of paper tissues, and then I got everything back then. But now then, and also bought an extra case just to get everything back. I had a bit too much back then, so. But no, my last two trips I was prepared to get bubble wrap, get tape, and then pack everything. So yeah, or else I would have a kind of a problem. I think. I mean, tape I could buy like everywhere and every Kubini, but bubble wrap is gonna be a bit of a, hassle to get to run everywhere to get it. Like the last day, I was looking for a for. For like a tube, like a carton tube, basically for posters, which that doesn't exist in Japan. It's just not a thing. So they pack it whole differently. So how the hell am I gonna do that kind of stuff? But then I got to the genius idea to just to do this. I basically when I was a whole day, I was just walking around. It was also raining, just a little bit. But like if you walked all day, then you just kind of feel that. So that was kind of a waste of the day. But also saw different parts of Tokyo. So hey, it was kind of nice. But anyway, went back to my street, which was Nippori. Nippori is basically the fabric street of Japan. So basically all the raw materials of like leather, cat and whatnot were on there, and everything was on these big rolls, these big carton rolls, basically. And so I asked one of the stores, like, "Hey, do you have like one of these empty cores, basically what they called, for me to use?" So we went to a back store, and they had a whole bunch of these things, and I'm like, I want one. And he said, like, we don't sell these cores. But no, I just want one. Go bring back home. And he said, just one? Just one. So I got one. It was a really long one because it's like a really long set of clothes. Like, I mean, material goes on one of these things. And then when I'm back home, I got a knife. I just cut it in three on size for my posters, or like my placemats of like Dungeon Meshi posters, and then I rolled them up in that, and then yeah, I just rolled them up. I put them in that, and then I took the elastics of the posters, wrapped them around all three of those, and boom, my posters came in mint condition back. Just a bit of, thinking outside the box. Just bring some free posters back. So I don't know. It's kind of ingenious
Right. So this
for
is
me. Just a bit of
another
a pipe
unique
bomb, basically.
tip.
Hmm?
You know, I say another unique Mars tip
Yeah,
to
basically. Just go
and
to a
and
store.
it's eco friendly. You're reusing bomber tube from the cloth shop. Yeah, yeah. I know the tubes you're talking about. They're super tall, and like the fabric
Yeah,
is roll
yeah,
on thing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Right, right. I would have never think of that. So they just sell the posters without any tubes. They just
Yeah, yeah,
roll it up
basically
on a
just
hand. Yeah.
sell them, and then you just can wrap them around with some elastics, and that's it for that. So like, how would I do that on a 12-hour flight? No, I wouldn't. Those things would just get destroyed in those. So yeah, I want to keep them good, and I'm like, I need something. They don't sell like actual tubes for posters, so let me just hand make one. Even the seller was just
Right.
laughing at me like, what the fuck are you gonna do with these? I'm like, you'll see. Or you don't actually, but yeah, I tried to explain that I wanted to put a poster in them, but they didn't really get it, but yeah.
Right, well, but what, it's weird that he's telling you about buying them or whatever, like, aren't those things like garbage at that point?
I mean, yeah, I guess kinda, but that's why he said that they don't sell them anywhere because they just throw them away or maybe reuse them for like other material to put around them. I don't know. He had a whole basket of these things, so I'm like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if he doesn't use them, so I can use one. Like, why not?
yeah,
He just gave me
that's
one.
what I figured, like, or maybe he getting chewed out right now because, they have just one big pile of cloth that they carry up, they carry roll it into anything. It's like you
Yeah.
gave away one. They don't make these anymore. We can't buy them. You know,
Oh yeah, they just yeah,
you
sure.
you give
They can make carton. Can make strong paper to to make these. Yes, it's real rare material to make these. Yeah,
yeah, and then you like how to I don't know commit seppuku with one of them.
yeah. It's just
Like,
the
you
rarity that
totally
that
got
would
this
happen.
guy in
Yeah,
yeah, you get this guy in like a lot of trouble. Those were artisanal handmade uh you know handed down from ancestor cloth vendor to cloth
yeah, yeah,
vendor.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, also got from the set from like one of the other stores, leather stores. I got what's it called in English? Where you put your money in. A
A
wallet.
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 Yeah, a wallet. I also bought a wallet, like a handmade Japanese wallet of leather. So, yeah, that was pretty nice. Like because my new one, but also cheap one, didn't have didn't have a separate sack for my loose money. So I just put it into the same parts as my paper money went into that. But it just, doesn't work. So I just need a new one, basically. So, yeah. And I also got a lot of loose change still um, wrapped up in there. So that's the whole thing. So I just need to exchange that at some point. But yeah, Uh, also ate some sushi at the airport when I went back because I never tried that. I know Japan doesn't eat these. I know. I'm aware. I know it's not I know it's not a normal dish to really eat for them. But I want something better than just supermarket sushi or like some other
Like
restaurant in the Netherlands here.
I,
So yeah,
I like how they lay it out though. So this is how they serve sushi at like a fast food airport restaurant kind of thing like this.
yeah,
So like you can't get this at like a fancy joint here. Like this yeah, and all these colors and shit too. That's crazy.
yeah. It's just one of each basically. And I just need to get rid of my paper money because I didn't. I could just exchange it, but hey, why not eat something that I didn't eat before? So hey, that was fun. And yeah, I also went to this Move a Lot. This is basically a company that lets you move in a robot, literally. Another day in Tokyo. This is also in Tokyo. So basically, this is like this whole robot with like these two nerve guns on the end, but the arms just move real, so they can move up and down, sideways. The arms can move individually, and you can just get two joysticks with like different controls on those, and you can control the whole thing, basically. It was also pretty nice. They removed the legs for like the weight of the whole place because it was just a really small studio. So that was That was pretty nice. And you get also an ID card or their own ID card with your name in Japanese if you hit 3 targets. And I did, so I got that for free. I also had to buy that for 2,000 yen. But oh, it was really nice. They also are the same people that are gonna make the Gundam. No, the Pad Labor for Gundam. Not Gundam. Pad Labor Easy, the new movie, the project that's gonna come out like next year or this year, something like that. I don't know. They're making that with with special gloves on, so you can just move, and while you move your hands, you move the robot.
All
Bit
right,
of
so
that
so wait,
technology going on.
this one doesn't have hands, right? It just has the gun.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
and with
Wait,
Pad
so
Labor, it has
that
like real hands and a cockpit that can go on and up. Maybe I can look that up also real quick.
right
Uh,
because so you're going to be able to recreate the thing at the beginning of Pat Labor too, where
yeah, but well, yeah, they're creating the new Pad Labor for the new movie, Pad Labor Easy, basically, not the old Pad Labor, basically.
I hope they put the so there's like an operator that can turn it on and off, right? They
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
be out
Well,
of range.
you operate it from like the top. You can move some switches to pump the thing up with oil to move the arms and to turn on electricity, etc., 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 to give it power. And then you can move everything individually, basically, which is not the easiest thing to do. You need to get a hand for it because beforehand uh, what was it? I went into a VR simulator at first. Like the first VR simulator was really blurry, the screen, so I didn't see anything. I was just shooting zombies first thing, and then I went in a special chair that moved with uh, every movement you did. So he was like in a spaceship, and you were just destroying other ship and creatures and whatnot. So that was fun to do.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah. Okay. Here I got it. Copy. Move. Okay. Okay. Direct.
Hopefully, when I return next time, they'll have that one with the actual hand.
Well, that's just
There's
uh, um, uh, that's just for a couple of weeks. That's not for the whole thing, basically. So that's kind of a
uh,
pity, basically.
the yeah, I'll need to tell the scene for you that I'm talking about. It's like a famous scene where in the anime they're testing out the hands of the paddler ball, and just as you're describing it, well, yeah, basically you'll put on they had on a glove and the robot was replicating emotions. I was that was probably like almost 30 years ago, and now they finally have it.
Yeah. They're getting good with that stuff. Finally.
It will be difficult to it, it'll be difficult to resist the urge to like try to crush anybody within reach. So make sure not to do that.
No. I try not to kill anybody. This time around. I
I
hope
like
at
that you say
least.
you tried. So you're saying you didn't entirely succeed. You killed
I
one
was
person.
just trying to do stuff really, and if This doesn't want to work. Oh well, you have to just go to movealot.inc and then you get that thing, and it doesn't want to show
Oh
from
yeah,
there. So
I remember we were looking at it. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, I
no
showed
no
before, so you
Godzilla
get it.
sightings by the way. No Godzilla sightings, right? Not this time.
Yeah. Uh, well, yeah. Yeah, that's like that's not even half what I did those 2 weeks. Like I did. Also, also went into the what's it called? The the countryside. It's like I went with a metro, just all the way, just right on, just far away as Tokyo as I could. Basically, I planned out ahead of time, and then I had to walk a long time just straight ahead to get to the part, and then to a burger restaurant, which was really nice by the way. It was a really nice food they had. And then I dropped my phone, and then that's kind of a. And then the screen was cracked. I'm like, fuck. How can I fix that in the middle of nowhere? So that was kind of fucked. So I went eating, drinking. Then I went a bit of nature, and then I walked all the way back in like 32, 33 degrees heat with a parasol because they had free ones at the hotel, and I found a repair shop in Akihabara, so I went with the metro all the way there, back there. Uh, Luckily for me, they had a direct connection with that, so that was good. And they made it there. I had to wait there for a few hours, so I was looking around in Akihabara. But they didn't do a good job because I just had seams all the way. They were just open basically, and it was not good. The whole thing looked shabby as hell. Paid like 99 euros for it too, so almost 100 euros. So we're gone with that. Then when at the end of the holiday, when I went back, I got in Frankfurt because my second flight was there. The screen began to flicker on and off constantly, so that was pretty fucked. Luckily, I had my tickets on paper and not on my phone because then I would be screwed. But so that was fun. Then here in the Netherlands, I dropped it a second time, which was also not on purpose, but the screen was already fucked. So, and then I made it in another shop in the Netherlands, and then it was well. The repair was done good, and yeah, it was like for 80 euros. So like for even less, I and I had to wait a day and a half, and now it works fine. So it's like just oh man, I was so tired when I was in the metro back. It was just a lot of walking, a lot of heat, and it's just like you know. And you also see like decorations for like Halloween everywhere, which was the weirdest stuff ever because it's like 35 degrees heat. Uh, Everything is still green. Like there was almost no brown leaves or like bald trees or whatnot, and you see like in 35 heat like outside some small trees or some backyards or front yards just covered in like decorations for like Halloween, and I took a picture of that. It was like also the weirdest stuff that I posted. It was also just really weird shit basically.
Oh, what kind of phone was it by the way?
It's a Samsung, by the way. Yeah, it was a Samsung. Oh, it is a Samsung. The
Okay.
screen is now saved, luckily.
And it breaks even with the case?
It didn't have a case. I was
Ah
caseless.
man, you had to have a well yeah, no, I hope you have a case now.
Yeah, I have a screen protector now, and I will be buying one online because I looked in the store today and they didn't have anything for my phone You had everything for goddamn everything, but not my phone for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. I mean, especially when you're in a far off place, you really gotta have it in a case. If you're
yeah,
just down the road or whatever,
yeah, yeah.
it's not too
Especially there,
critical.
that's a big problem if your phone doesn't work. Because I did all the traveling
Yeah.
with that, like looking stuff up, just following myself on Google Maps from a location on, etc., etc. So yeah,
I, I, I
that
would
was fun.
also I would also suggest to probably have like a cheap backup phone. You know,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Just
a
to
lot of
call people.
yeah, yeah. Help I've been murdered. Or whatever. You
Help! They
know.
got me. They got my ass.
Yeah. I also wonder. I was wondering if a lot of people like iPhone seems to be super popular. So like I suspect if it was an iPhone, they would have known exactly what to do, and they would have fixed it. Probably perfectly. But yeah, I don't have an iPhone. I have like I'm talking on a Samsung right now. So
Ah,
they
ah,
probably
ah.
view it as look. We just put in a screen kind of like it, you know, for your ghetto phone. Uh, we're not gonna spend a lot of effort on it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Just slapping any crap in there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's not the smartest thing. I should have bought a case for it long ago, but yeah, I never got around to it basically. So just you live on the edge basically, or you're just really stupid. But hey, I got through it eventually. My phone didn't break completely there, so that was good. So yeah, and also, I got that fixed, but also took some megastructure pictures and posted them on Twitter and whatnot in places here, obviously. So there's some nice stuff of that sometimes. So that was also really nice. And what more did I do? Oh man, what didn't I do?
Mm.
Uh, mm, how do I get back on the? No. But yeah, other news, I guess. We have the new anime of Ito has come out. Still have to watch it, so I don't know. Have you two watched it?
which one was it? Sorry.
The new anime of
Yeah,
Junji Ito, Uzumaki.
right. Yeah, I looked at the first episode. I think the second one is out today. Yeah, I think they're doing a good job.
Hmm.
I need I trying to figure out how they did the animation. Because I get the feeling that I wonder if the base of the animation is CG, but they drew stuff onto it. Because I feel like I
Mm.
saw some stuff that, but I mean, it looked good. I'm always complaining about CG. So however they did it here, it looks hand drawn.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I think
yeah.
that is
Yeah,
some
I guess they did a lot of
probably
hand drawn stuff and then use CGI to make it move, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it looks better than
well,
his other projects up to this point that he did for the Macabre series and all the short anime basically.
yeah, I think they knew that they couldn't mess up this one. This is kind of like um like his biggest work, the one which they'll probably be the biggest outcry for if they mess it up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, Yeah, I think it yeah, I mean I'm definitely looking forward to it, you know. They know that they need to absolutely get this one right because I think they were like what was it? It was Maniac and
Macabre.
Junji. It was there were a couple that adapted his short stories, right? But this is the only kind of long form one,
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah,
what I
yeah, yeah.
understand.
And then these movies, but live action. Yeah.
Yeah, like I haven't checked the live action. You know anything about them, or have you seen
I
the
mean,
first
I've seen
Uzumaki by the way?
bits of it and just pieces here and there, and some things they did a good job, and other things, yeah, it's a hit or miss with these things. So like, just some parts work with like one YouTuber described it with like one movie with like all the fish that start moving with like their new legs basically. That really worked for one movie, but then just the rest just doesn't translate well into live action. But his manga is really difficult to really get right because it's really a style for a manga, not really for an anime. So it doesn't really work for a anime. But oh boy, they try so many times to let it work, but it doesn't. It never really does. Truly, in short.
Yeah, I think I think that and I think the consent. Have you seen the first episode by the way, or you haven't seen
No,
it yet?
no, not
Okay.
yet, not yet.
Yeah, I think the consensus is that did a good job. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
some and they did some things that I didn't think they'd be able to pull it off and make it look good. I mean, it's just as you're
Mm-hmm.
saying, is he really taking advantage of the the particulars of that art form, the comic. So it's not that easy to. I mean, you have the page turn, and then there's
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
crazy.
The page horror turn, the screen, the jump
Yeah,
scares, basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's difficult to really get it work. But oh well,
yeah.
I'll
I
have
think
to watch it for myself to really get an idea of how stuff works. But you know,
yeah. I
yeah,
hope they I kind of hope that is opening the door to maybe more horror manga being adapted. But then on the other hand, is there something that you want adapted that you think that it would encourage people to do? Because I mean, like when one thing comes out and it's successful, people are like, oh, like when Lord of the Rings came out, everybody was probably like, oh, what other fantasy crap it have to adapt? Look, just get it quick, just buy up all the rights and just make them, And there was Aragon and um, I, I think Koma will know some of the other stuff that they made that probably wasn't
Mhm.
quite as good. Like if there was no Lord of the Rings, there would definitely be no Game of Thrones series. I don't think they'd even be looking for that kind of stuff to adapt.
Yeah.
Um, so
oh
I mean, did they ever adapt Drifting Classroom? That would be interesting to adapt.
yeah. I mean, the live action from the '70s worked pretty well for it. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
I've seen it. I was personally surprised about that. So, but yeah. I mean, other news back to Japan basically. Like, also found a lot of CDs, even like you see here, Dora Dora, the end music for it, which I was kind of surprised by finding that, but it was on my list for finding stuff, so I was happy to find that stuff. Also found Giant Robo and Girls Last Tour soundtracks, so it was also pretty nice. I found like five of these in like Tower Record, like five different uh, levels of like CDs, vinyl, whatnot, just anything. It's like really big still in Japan, so you just find everything there, but really expensive too. Asian Kung Fu Generation, the first, well, one of their first albums, well, in Japanese, and the first album was in English. Then you have Trigun here. I found that secondhand. Also pretty nice to have. Double C. No, it's not double C. The first one, secondhand. Also pretty nice. Inumo, also nice to have. And this is like my best find. I found a Boa CD, like the first debut album, the Japanese debut album, because the first debut album they had a Japanese company do it for them, and then after that they started with Pioneer. So yeah, I found these for like €84, but I just had to have it because I found nowhere else for that kind of price a semi-normal price a CD of them, so I'm really happy to have it. It's like everything that we know of them, obviously. So that was really nice to have. Like finally a CD of that goddamn band. Thanks to Lane, it got really popular, so everybody wanted one. So really difficult to get anything for a normal price. So I was really happy with that. Also got more here's some Tatami Galaxy, like the OVA soundtrack, or all the songs they did for it, and plus a Blu-ray disc with their live concert. But yeah, Boa was like the crown of like the best stuff that I got from Japan, that I didn't was surprised by finding in Zuba anyway. And even kinda about that because why not? I wanted it. Plus, Little Lives in the Forest. Okay, and Mikuchi soundtrack. Still have to listen to that. Still have to listen to a bunch of them, by the way. So that's also pretty nice. I even found a book for the movie Gunhead. It's also some really nice drawings. Background drawings. Like I can really see why Nia was inspired by it because this is literally the mecha structure. The whole thing is in there. All the drawings that Nia would be interested in it or would draw himself eventually. So yeah, that is also a really nice book to have. For that also
What's that book? Sorry, the book that inspired me here. You say
for the mecha structure
Mark what?
Gunhead.
Gunhead. Okay.
Yeah, also got that somewhere here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. Gunhead. Yeah. This is basically a movie about a group of scavenger hunters on a plane go to an island, a fully automated island, looking for a power source. But that goes haywire because the computer there doesn't like humans and wants to kill them. So it kills everything that moves on there basically, but there's still a giant mech that they can operate to kill the computer and get the hell out of there before they're all killed. And that's basically where the whole movie goes on. It's pretty nice. It's like this giant uh, model of a mech basically. It's really nice. It's a bit of a cheesy movie, but it's still worth it. And oh yeah, obviously, I also went to the Mononoke movie. Yeah, I completely forgot. I also went to the Mononoke movie in cinema. Like on the last day, there was actually still turning in the cinema. And man, that was a ride. That was a really yeah, really pretty and really nice watch. That was something. It's just they get everything for that out of it. It's just everything you could think of, they got it out of there. So that was really nice to watch, basically. like no spoilers. Well, I can't really spoil it because there was no subtitles in it, but it's like it was really, really something. It's really nice. Just all the art and all the animation and all the fighting, the drama, the horror in it. It's like really damn nice. So like, yeah, it was really nice. And we all even got a special. It's one of those seals that the medicine man just throws on the walls to seal off a room. These kinds of things we got even one. But yeah, it's really also really nice. Oh yeah, and I also found memories in Japanese as a complete volume, so I also bought that because I wanted it, and then English version is also so goddamn expensive, so I just went
In
with this
Italian, it
English.
was available this one.
Hmm. Oh really?
Yeah, it was.
Expensive or just normal?
I mean, out of print, but every now and then I think it's possible to get it.
I mean, it's pretty nice. It's like you know, all the short stories into it, but yeah, also pretty nice. But yeah, I don't know, just lots of different stuff I did back when I was there. Basically, different merch, scanning in this art book, going through our books, even Mad God, which I didn't expect there to be a Japanese copy of the movie. A movie book of it, but hey, I got it. I mean, obviously it's also in English, naturally, but hey, you know, I had to have it. It's like something like you're not gonna find every day, but you know. Also got Akira World, also a magazine, like really well known, also not that expensive. It's also pretty nice. Scribbles from like the author of
Aureo
Emma.
Mori.
Yeah, I am
Aureo
Mori.
Mori.
Yeah. Also really nice.
Is it
Lots of different.
hardcovered or not?
Hmm?
Is it hardcovered? Hardcovered.
No, it's a soft cover. It's a soft cover. The whole thing is
The English
soft cover.
edition is hardcover.
Yeah. No, from the English edition, the first one I saw a couple of times was in a hardcover. Yeah. I know what you mean. But it was also pretty inexpensive. So yeah, I don't know. But I saw this one lying about. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? It's like it's just drawing, so can't go really wrong with that. So
Mm-hmm. No,
also
indeed.
really nice. And like some yeah, lots of hot girls are in that one. Like a lot of them. Lots of maids, obviously, but you know. And then I got some book of tarot cards by
No,
or
a mano. A
yeah,
mano.
Amano.
Amano, yeah.
I mean,
So
it's recognizable to me even in a postage stamp window. You know, that has
yeah,
to say
it's like
something. You know,
yeah. Everybody knows him. Obviously, so it's really easy to get it. And it's basically just he designed some tarot cards back in the day, and then I found a book, a second hand. So I'm like, yep, gotta have that. So also got that
He's
book.
going to be a guest at Lucca this time around.
Hmm.
In Italy, he's going to come
Oh, yeah.
for
For
Lucca Comics.
Luca.
Yeah,
Okay. Ah, nice. But what? Oh no, there was somebody else that came every year for Luca, something like that.
every year. Shintaro Kago, perhaps.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Usamaru Furuya now for the second time in a row.
Mm,
Or
no,
should I say
yeah.
third time? Nie, no.
No.
Not yet, at least.
You
But I
know.
think it's possible for him to return one day.
I mean, yeah, he was there in 2016, so or no, 15? No, 16.
If he
Uh,
does come back, will you be going to Lucca?
I mean, might be. Don't know how my situation will be, work,
You
whatnot, but
already seen him
yeah,
at the,
yeah. In France, back in 2019. So
all right, then you know, no rush then.
Yeah, no, right. No, right. I mean, obviously, I want to see him a second time and ask him even more stuff. Now I know all that stuff. He will be sick of
Mm-hmm.
me, but I don't really care. And yeah, Pet Labor art book, also pretty nice. Thunderbirds, 55 years ago in Japanese, but also pretty nice to have. Holo. Oh yeah, this medallion I got in the museum, manga museum in Kyoto. Also pretty nice. You could even draw your own face in like a manga or anime style, but I'm like, eh, I went for this, and like my whole name stamped into it and whatnot. So that's pretty damn nice.
All right.
So yeah, uh, maybe next time I have some more stuff to tell because I have so much
Yeah,
shit
since
to.
it's already 10.
Ow. Yeah, that's what you get if you just, you know, go over it for so goddamn much. How do I get to the main screen again?
So this is like
There.
the most you ever bought and returned with from any one trip. It has.
Not, no, not really. I think like
Oh
my
damn.
last trips in like France or Italy, I got the most because my bag was a lot heavier back then. But I can, there's a really long trip back, and it just, you know, I don't want to destroy my back. And it just depends like how much they're bringing. But I don't regret anything because I got everything that I wanted. Really, I just skipped like the catchy expo book, and then a Tatami Galaxy cover artist for like the anime and like Ancient Kung Generation cover artist book escape, but I can buy it online. Already have another book on bought online, Mandala, with like Blame 2 uh, work into it. So yeah, yeah.
Oh, by the way, you didn't buy any you didn't buy anything game related, right? I know there's supposed to be like a lot
No,
of.
no. This time, no. No. I saw a lot of secondhand games at book offs because I went to a lot of different book offs all over. Like in every part I was basically. I was in Kyoto and Tokyo, whatnot. And no. Also saw guys, games, whatnot, figurines, you name it, CDs, lots of CDs, shitload of CDs, also figures, lots of enemy CDs, obviously. So that was pretty nice. Not that much records, I guess, but yeah, lots of CDs. So it was pretty nice to find some good stuff all the time. So yeah. Um. Hmm. I guess, yeah, record for like 1 hour and 10, yeah, 49 minutes, like 10 minutes. Okay. Hmm.
Oh, so this is on the Steam Deck, by the way.
Yeah, it was on the Steam Deck. First time with OBS doing this. Did first time with two other videos, a blame video for the OVA video and the iceberg video, but I was had to do that 3 times over because they didn't turn off the audio or just the windows were wrong or etc. So but I got there eventually. I got the whole thing. So yeah, that was a bit of a pickle, and this worked well. Like the audio is better than it was, but the stream didn't work for some reason. Didn't want to connect, so whatever, I guess. And then, well, I can just cut out stuff into this time around before I put it on YouTube,
Nice.
or else,
So if we
I
yeah, so
don't have
if we
copyright problems. Hmm?
yeah. No, I mean like if there's ever any kind of interruption or you're able to remove it, you know. Yeah, like
Yeah.
what if you like when your credit card information flashed on screen, you know, Uh,
Yeah, yeah, fun times or other fun stuff that pops up on screen that you don't want to pop on screen like last time, but we don't talk about.
yeah, yeah. You
But
know,
yeah,
soon,
hmm?
but is there any particular thing that you would that you know how to plan ahead better for such a big trip?
I guess.
I I think you had most of the bases covered because of
Yeah, the
the last.
majority at
Yeah.
well this time. I mean, what would I do better for next time? I guess my own something for my posters to bring or something like that. But I need something small enough to bring. You know, not something not a huge cylinder to put my posters in. But yeah, something like that maybe. I didn't think about that. So, a handmade idea like this. But hey, maybe I can bring the same things I made in Japan back to another country or back to Japan again and use those again. Maybe I can do that. It's just the same.
Or
Uh,
get a cane, a hollow cane, right?
Hollow cane and put them in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And they'll give you a special treatment too. Be like, oh, look at this, you know,
Look at this cripple.
infirm. Yeah, yeah. Although, what if it makes him more of a target? And they'll be like, look at this old freak. Let me take all this shit, you know?
Yeah, that's also an option. Obviously, they're like, yeah, that is. That's also yeah. I mean, I could do some alcohol in there or cocaine or whatnot, just to make it better. Yeah, I don't know. Ah, that's also a funny idea. But I guess I work bringing my handmade cylinders to another country or back to
Yeah, yeah.
Japan
Or
again.
I,
Eh.
I was also thinking about a walker, some sort of a walker made out of
Bro, I'm
those,
not
and
80.
was that?
Bro, I'm not 80. I mean, I get the
Yeah, no,
idea,
no,
but I'm not goddamn 80.
no, no. You know what? As fate would have it, somebody recently asked me for a walker for somebody that just had a surgery, and you're not
Yeah,
an old
okay,
person,
sure, you can use it for that kind
yeah,
of stuff. I guess. Yeah, I guess you can
yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
just and you'll get even more treatment. They'll be like, oh, you know what? You in the
Give
seat
him
next
extra
to this
leg
guy.
room.
Yeah, yeah, get the hell out of here. Sit on the freaking floor in the aisle or whatever. This freak needs to put his
Yay.
feet up.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
man. I mean, yeah, when I was on the plane, I also saw like the plane back had a bunch of seats like empty. So people used them just to sleep on them. Just there was like one guy that was like two seats were empty. So he just slept on the other two. He's just like, you know,
nice.
smart. I wish I could do that and then have two Asians next to me. But the back trip I had more leg room some reason. I don't know how, but still. And I was towards the aisle, so I could out whenever I wanted. But I still was like I couldn't sleep like for 1 second. So that was also
Yeah,
fun. But this time I had something to put in my ears, just stop the noise constantly. So that was better this time around. Maybe I should. Well, I still have them, so I can just reuse those again, or just the other two that are in there. So I can use those again to to make my trip a bit easier and no next to the window sitting this time, or else I'm just gonna fuck up even more because oh god. And I'm happy that the going to Japan that I didn't get sick or anything else because then would be just wasting some days and it would be kind of an expensive joke. So yeah, but still, oh man, it was still worth it even after the goddamn sickness because I wanted to make another podcast episode, but I was just too sick and my telephone was also broken, so I couldn't contact you guys for the episode. So you were like, where the fuck is he not there? So
yeah.
No
yeah.
problem.
The Yakuza had got him.
Yeah, cruiser gum. Yeah, they poisoned me. Like yeah, or
Or
cold
Godzilla.
poisoned me. I mean, it happened before. So
you know. Also, I was thinking, when the guy was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I have that tube. Just come in the back of the shop, you know, way in the back,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, 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 yeah. You have some extra things for you. Just to rob me and just to inject me with some shit just to
or you
fuck
wake
me
up,
up.
you wake up in like a bathtub full of ice with missing like a kidney or something, you know."
Yeah, 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 yeah. All my stuff is gone, and like I'm riding in pain, and like they don't give a shit, but they don't want to murder me, so they just put me back on the plane. I'm just riding in pain there, and like yeah. Oh man,
Um,
that's gonna be funny.
and you should have talked to the guy that wasn't saying nothing, you know. He might have had something interesting to say. You know, he was probably waiting for you to say something, as far as we know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, on the trip back, I had some people to talk to, not the whole trip. Like just before we went to the part, there was like a guy from Zurich and an American guy, and the American guy, had like his cat shipped to Germany, but the Japanese one wouldn't let him on because he needed a passport to go in Germany, and a German passport. But he already said that he had the paperwork in his bag, also with his cat's papers in his bag. But the bag had a lock, a TVA lock, like a security lock that like you get at airports, and every airport should open it except Haneda, the airport that I went to. That's really close to Tokyo. That's why I had that one. But so they couldn't open it for some reason. So he got mad about that, and they didn't believe him because all his papers were in his bag, but they didn't believe that it was his bag. So he was just, coughing them out, and that's not great. So they didn't even listen at him even less. So yeah, he didn't have a good time. But he got on the plane, he got on, he got it all explained, and then yeah, never heard of the cats even alive. But But hey, nice guy. The Zurich guy too. I was also talking to him. He was like a month there or something like that, and he wanted to go. And he wanted to go to back to Zurich or something like that. And yeah,
Oh,
so yeah, that wasn't a whole thing. Oh man, yeah.
Wait, so this, but he just wanted to check up on his cat.
Well, yeah, his cat was in the cargo, and he wanted to ship it back, and he had a whole problem. He wanted to live in Germany, but the Japanese just wouldn't let him because he had his paperwork, and his phone was also dying, and his charger didn't want to work because his port was dirty from the inside. So the Zurich guy had a pin set, and he could clean. He could the American could clean it from the inside, the thing, and then it wouldn't want to work, and then it would, and then it worked, and then it all got sorted out at the end. But just like he just had a really bad luck basically with this kind of stuff. So yeah, it could be way worse with this stuff, but you know, yeah, that was the thing. So yeah, like kind of a crazy holiday, you could say. It's like one of the biggest holidays I ever did in my life. It's just like, you know, and I would go back maybe next year if I'm lucky, if I have all the means, all the money, all the willpower. I'll be dead by then. Who the fuck knows? If we're not
let's
taken over
hope
by.
not. I mean, going to, how much did you pay for the flight alone?
How much? How much was it again? Wait, let me look it up real quick. How much did I
1K?
pay again?
Like from Trinidad, it's probably like much more. Like I think a lot of places, is not direct. So
Oh, a 1,283. No, a 2,238. That's how
yeah, so that's
much I
like
paid. Well, with travel protection, so it was a 1,112 euros,
I
basically.
see.
And my hotel was like a 900 plus or something like that. But another really nice little hotel, by the way. It's like had AC, even an inbuilt screen protector for mosquitoes and all that kind of stuff. Only the beds were really hard. Like the mattresses just had springs. Just you really felt those things. And the beds were pretty cheap, kind of falling apart. So that was not great. Like, and I miss the goddamn toilets, cause I live like here in the West. We're living in the Middle Ages with these things. Oh man, the cleaning with those things was like nice. It's like, man, uh, why can't we have why can't we have these in here? Why can't we? Why are we just living on these just wooden
I
stools? You could say.
I have a friend who he recently got a bidet,
Mm.
and now he's like better than everybody. He's obsessed with it. He's like, yeah, I just can't go back. To the savagery of the before time. You know,
You
it
can't go
changes a
back.
person. It's like, yeah, you know. So every toilet has that in Japan.
Yeah,
That is
basically. Or like in the countryside, like a squatter toilet. You even have like signs with the toilets like, this is how to use the toilet. Because I guess a lot of people from the countryside are used to squatter toilets. So they're gonna use to squat on the bidet. I guess some people did that or else they didn't have to warn that. So you just see people sitting with both feet on the seat just to try to squat on the thing. It's pretty funny. So
All
uh,
right.
But yeah. We're like at 2 hours now. It's been
Two
two.
hours.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. That's
only 2 hours because one of our shorter episodes.
yeah. 2 hours and 3 minutes, I guess. But hey, it's like normal episode this time around. So that's nice. But oh well. Well, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in 2 weeks, maybe on OBS. Maybe in the future,
Yeah.
maybe on Earth, who knows? And
And
see ya.
and if you're going to
Bye
Japan, don't
bye.
forget to carry your own tubes, right?
Huh?
If you're going to Japan, don't forget to carry your own cardboard tubes.
Yeah. That too. Yeah, sure. Well,
Later.
that